25 celebs who went missing and have never been found. Number 1. AMELIA EARHART. AMELIA became famous in 1932 after being the first female pilot to fly a plane non-stop across the Atlantic. On June 1, 1997, AMELIA and her navigator, Fred Noonan, went missing on their mission to fly around the globe after running low on fuel and no one noticing them land. The search and rescue team tried locating them but could not find them. In 1939, she was declared dead, though her body was never found. Number 2. Slim Wintermute. Famously known for being part of the NCAA tournament championship teams in basketball, he disappeared after boarding a boat with his friend in Lake Union in 1977. The mysterious fact is that the boat was found with his friend asleep at the shore. Many believe that due to his heart condition, he may have gotten a heart attack and fallen into the lake when his friend was still asleep. His body has never been found. Number 3. Richie Edwards. Richie was a known guitarist of a famous boy band from the United Kingdom in the 1990s called the Manic Street Preachers. In 1995, he made headlines as he disappeared with no one noticing or suspecting anything. According to local news, Richie went missing on February 1, 1995. As the news reported, he had checked out of his hotel that morning, only for him to disappear with no trace. After a while, it was reported that he had died by suicide, though his body had never been found. Number 4. Edward V of England and Richard of Shrewsbury, Duke of York. They're known as the two princes of the Tower. They were the only sons of King Edward V and his Queen Elizabeth Woodville. The two brothers went missing in 1483, a few days after their father's death and after Edward VI had been declared the legal heir and King of England. There are many theories about their disappearance. Their remains were never found or identified. Number 5. Glenn Miller. Glenn became a very famous musician in 1938 till he disappeared in 1944. There has never been any musician that has ever gotten the love and fandom that Glenn had. In 1944, while traveling from the United Kingdom to Paris, his plane disappeared some way along the way with no trace. It was unfortunate for his fans as searches went on, but no news came back. It is believed that his plane suffered from a malfunction due to the cold weather in Germany, but it has never been proven. Number 6. Connie Converse. She's said to be the first modern songwriter and singer, though this brought about her disappearance. Releasing music that most people were unfamiliar with, she did not receive the love and support she was expecting. In 1961, she decided to quit music after believing she was a failure. There was no news about her until 1974 when she decided she needed a new start. She wrote a letter to her friends telling them that she would make a fresh start and drove off to her disappearance. She's never been declared dead, though she might be dead due to old age. Number 7. Abdul Karim Muhammad. Famously known as Cesar, was a famous Kenyan celebrity that made the hit song Umka Ukatike. He went missing back in 2006 when he was 17 years old. He'd gone to visit his friend, but was never heard from again. The police did their investigation, and his whereabouts have never been found. He was declared dead the same year, though his body was not found. Number 8. Yelena Maria Sol CARRISI. She's known as an actor in her role as the Italian Vanna White in Italy's version of Wheel of Fortune. She went missing in the late 1993, early 1994 on vacation in New Orleans. The guard that saw her testified that she ran into the Mississippi River, saying she belonged in the water. Her body has not been found, and her mother is still investigating the case through a private investigator. Number 9. Rico Omar Harris. Rico was a famous upcoming basketball player. His life changed when he started getting in trouble and, years later, succumbed to alcohol addiction. However, in 2007, he decided to get clean and went to rehabilitation. In 2014, he visited his family in Alhambra before going to Seattle. He did not stay long with his parents, and on his way, he texted his girlfriend that he was going to rest in the mountains. This is where he turned off his phone and was reported missing on October 10th. He's never been found, either dead or alive. Number 10. Harold Holt. Harold was quite famous as an Australian Prime Minister for almost 2 years. His disappearance remains a mystery. On December 1967, Harold wanted to swim at Cheviot Beach in Victoria, but he never returned to the shore after this. Although no one found his body, it was reported that he died from drowning in 2005. Number 11. Forrest Schab. Famously known as DY, though his real name is Forrest Schab, was a Canadian rapper. He went missing in Mexico while shooting a music video back in 2010. His family and team reported the matter to police, though there have never been any leads about his whereabouts. There's no official statement on whether he's alive or dead. Number 12. D.B. Cooper. He is famously known for hijacking a Northwest Airlines Flight 305 with 36 passengers with a briefcase he claimed had a bomb. He disappeared the same day after robbing $200,000 and parachuting out of the plane in Reno on November 24, 1971. FBI took over the case but did not find him. They reported that he could not have survived the jump, and the case was closed in 2007. Number 13. BISON DELE. BISON was a famous NBA center for Orlando Magic. On July 6, 2002, he decided to sail with his brother, girlfriend, and friend. They all went missing that day, and his brother was the only one that appeared on July 20th. During the investigations, police discovered bullet holes on the boat they were using and that his brother had called their mother, claiming that he would never hurt his brother. Bison was declared murdered by his brother, though his body was never found, but is believed to be in the Pacific Ocean. Number 14. Jim Sullivan. He was known as a famous singer back in the 60s and 70s. In 1975, he wanted to pursue songwriting and take a break from singing. He was traveling from LA to Nashville, where he was to migrate his family. A day later, in Nashville, he called his wife and said he was all right, which was very mysterious. He was then reported missing, and after investigations, it was found that he had been driving under the influence. He went to a motel in Santa Rosa, where he vanished with no trace. Number 15. Daniel Lind Langerlof. He was a famous movie director in Sweden. It's said that he went missing while working on a series called The Fjällbacka Murders. He went to Sweden's Köpenhamn Nature with 2 crew members, and after they split up due to heavy rains and winds, he never returned. Local police looked for him and they could not find him. They reported that he might have slipped and fallen into the sea. His body has never been found to this day. Number 16. Castro the Destroyer. He was a famous Ghanaian singer known for his Adonai song. He went missing on July 6, 2014, after going on a jet ski with a company of his friends. It is said that he boarded the same jet ski with a female called Janet BANDU, but they were never seen again. The jet was discovered a month later, but their bodies were never found. Number 17. Sean Flynn. He was a famous photojournalist and disappeared from his line of work. He had gone to Cambodia for a Time magazine assignment when he went missing. During the investigations, it was discovered that he had been kidnapped by Khmer Rouge guerrillas and his colleague. Reports say they'd probably been held captive for a year before being killed. Flynn's remains were never found, and in March 2010, his mother declared him dead, though they had not seen his body. Number 18. Ambrose Bierce. Famously known as Bitter Bierce, he was an American journalist and author known for his short story, An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. He disappeared after moving to Mexico from the United States in 1913. He wrote a creepy letter to his cousin about being killed on the walls of Mexico. His body remains have never been found to this day. Number 19. Jimmy Hoffa. He was famously known as the president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. He went to prison and was pardoned by America's president, but after a while, hundreds of millions of dollars went missing from Teamsters. 2 weeks later, on July 30th, 1975, he disappeared. It's believed that the mafia assassinated him. His body has never been found. Number 20. Fan Bingbing. She was a famous Chinese actress said to be the highest paid in the industry. However, she got accused of tax evasion, a serious crime in China, by the Chinese government in 2018, which led to her disappearance. It's believed that the government has detained her, but they've not made any statement about it. Number 21. Dorothy Arnold. She was an American heiress and socialite before her disappearance in December 1910. On the day she disappeared, she had told her mother that she was going to shop for a dress she would wear to her sister's party. However, she never returned that evening. Her parents tried to hide her disappearance from the public for a couple of days and did a private investigation. They did not find her anywhere, and even after they reported the matter to police, her body was never found. Number 22. Roald Amundsen. He was a well-known Norwegian explorer. He disappeared when a rescue mission for an aircraft in the Arctic in 1928. After investigation, they found remains of the plane they were using, but no trace of his body was found. Number 23. Joe Pickler. He was a child actor known for his role in Beethoven films. He disappeared after meeting with his friends late at night to play cards. His car was found abandoned with all of his belongings. He left a note that was said to be a suicide note, saying that his things should be given to his younger brother, and he was sorry he couldn't be a stronger brother. He is believed to have jumped from the bridge, though after police investigations, his body was never found. Number 24. Janet Bandu. She was a famous Ghanaian video vixen. She disappeared at the same time as Castro on July 6, 2014. They went on a jet ski and boarded the same jet ski. She was, however, reported missing after their friend waited for them but they did not turn up. She has not been declared dead, and the search for her, whether alive or dead, is still ongoing. Number 25. Solomon Northup. He is famous for being an American abolitionist and the primary author of the memoir 12 Years a Slave. After his book tour in 1857, he went missing and has never been found. Investigations on his whereabouts were done, but nothing was found. In 1888, he was declared dead, though his body and reason for death had not been found.